Gemini Nation and their lovers. Welcome to your October 2020 astrological sign update. Remember when you're watching these readings for love, you're not just going to watch your sun sign, you're going to watch your sun, your moon, your Venus, and your rising sign, and then you're going to watch your person's placements in those areas because when it comes to soul connections, the energies can definitely be flipped or vice versa. Okay, Gemini. Well, I'm reading from my parents' house. I might have a little competition in the background because it's early morning and there's a particular bird that wakes up at this time. We call it the cockrecrow, but its official name is a shakalaka. And it makes a really weird sound, right? So if you hear anything like this, anything that sounds like a mixture between a cockerel and some kind of ghost, that would be the sound of the shakalaka. Okay? And they're usually very loud and boisterous. So I don't know if any of you might be dealing with someone who's loud and boisterous, or maybe you're loud and boisterous yourself. But that is the personality of the shakalaka. Anyway, so we're going to start this reading by getting a multidimensional look at your person. So we're going to get a message from your person's higher self. This is my Divine Counterparts in Separation deck. I've shuffled all these already, but I do like to give them a shuffle on camera. Okay. So let's see. A message from your person's higher self. And then we'll get a message from their shadow self. This is the Twin Flame Shadows by Mystic Moon. Oh, okay. It jumped out, so we're going to take that one. All right, so they want to tell you something about walking away. All right, now it could be that they think that you've turned your back on them, or it could be they're either walking away now, or this is a challenge that this person is facing, walking away from something, someone, some pattern of behavior that no longer serves them. Okay, so we'll keep those themes in mind, and I'll definitely pull cards and see exactly what Spirit wants to bring through with that. We're going to look at what your person is healing right now. This is my Wounded Warrior deck. We're going to get a message about their emotional body. This is my Emotional Intelligence deck. And we're going to find out what they might be experiencing right now on their Twin Flame Soulmate journey. This is my Twin Experience deck. Yeah, I get these little flashes of creativity and I just have to publish something. So that's why I end up with all of these. And we're going to get a message from your person's 3D self. And I'm going to go into the Twin Flame Healing Messages by Angelic Revelation 144. So there's a card left behind and I always take that card. Let's see what that is. It says, I consciously send you telepathic messages. You can ask me anything and I will respond to them. So we're getting an indication here that this person, even though they may have walked away from you, or yeah, because this could be the shadow, maybe they're non-committal, maybe they walked away. Even though they may have walked away from you, they want you to know that they are always thinking about you. And there's apparently some kind of strong telepathic communication or telepathic connection that's happening here. All right, so let's go into these things. So what did their higher self want you to know? Okay, so this person's going through some kind of death and rebirth process here. This is the Judgment card. So this is Scorpio. Okay, so out of some kind of toxic situation, know that your person has found, I'm hearing redemption. Okay, some kind of redemption. They found the beauty within self. They are blossoming because this hasn't fully opened as yet. They are blossoming. okay, out of the muck, because this is how the lotus grows, doesn't it? Right? It's some mucky, muddy waters, and then there's this beautiful flower that's so very spiritual. So this is what's happening with your person out of some kind of mucky, messy situation. Okay, they were able to rise and really find themselves. So there's a kind of phoenix energy that's happening here. Right, we talked about shadow walking away. So it could have been that they were non-committal in the past, or they were running from the connection. There is that. Or it could be this is what they're trying to do right now, and they find it very tough. Some people have a harder time letting go of situations, and that is a shakalaka. You hear that, right? That is what it sounds like. And it's like 10 times louder than that. So, exactly. What are they healing now? We have ritualistic abuse. So I get two things from that. In the past, it could be in past relationships, but I'm getting usually you have to go right back to childhood, right? There's some kind of systematic abuse that this person underwent. Okay, now because it says ritual, it could have been something else connected to some kind of spiritual theme or some kind of religious doctrine. Okay, maybe like spare the rod and spoil the child kind of thing. I know some people kind of take that overboard. So that's the kind of thing that I'm getting with this. But whatever it was ongoing, and I think they recreated that in their other relationships as well. So you may have found that this person may have found themselves in situations, even in their workplace, where they were taken advantage of, or where they, allowed, because there's some kind of allowing that has to happen, right? Things only happen to us that we allow. All right. So there's some kind of abuse that's happened there. So that is not to say that people aren't victims or survivors, but I'm saying at the end of the day, it is what we allow. Whether it's because of a change in brain chemistry, okay, because of how we grew up, whatever it is what we allow, okay? Now, the emotional body, they're feeling hopeless at core. I'm getting that they think that they just don't have a chance in hell of mending this relationship. And maybe they're thinking, maybe their shadow self is like, listen, it's just easier to walk away from this shit because it's just going to take too much work to try and resurrect it. Yeah, try and give it a rebirth here, okay? What are they experiencing right now? All right, we have a healer, okay? So it could be that there's some kind of healing gift that this person may have just discovered. It could be they're healing themselves, physician, heal thyself. So it could be that they're healing themselves. It could be that they have encountered a healer, a light worker, who is guiding them on this journey right now. So I'm going to pull some cards, and then we talked about this telepathic communication. So whatever it is, this person's had a spiritual awakening. All right, so let's go deeper into these cards, and let us get the messages that are meant for you. So you see how loud these birds can be. And it's quite an ordinary looking bird, just brown and ordinary, but its voice, an extraordinary thing. Maybe your person's like that, I don't know. All right, underneath the deck, 7 of Swords in reverse. So this is someone who's tired of pretending or living in a particular character, or taking on a particular, living out a particular role for the public eye. This is someone who wants to be their true self, and maybe their true self is this healer, this light worker energy that we're picking up on here. So let's see this rebirth card. Yeah, they're freeing themselves. I think there's a lot of negative thoughts, a lot of programming that may have kept your person trapped in a particular situation, or even trapped in their mind for a long time. But the release of this programming is allowing for this rebirth, and it's allowing for them to walk away. Okay, this is this person's challenge right now, to walk away from things that don't serve them, and it's hard for this person because This person has abandonment issues. It's Five of Pentacles. This is my abandonment issues card. So if you felt that your person was kind of not taking action at this time with this King of Wands in reverse, it's because of the abandonment issues that this person has. Okay, but I see that they're freeing themselves from that. So it could be this healer card, could be a therapist or counselor that this person is going to, and it looks like they're really helping your person like find themselves. Okay, because sometimes we go so we go in deep cover, right? Right. We go in deep cover where, and then after a while we just forget who we are, and we assume this ego identity that's not even us. So let's look at this walking away card. And we have the Hierophant in reverse. So what I'm getting here, two things, but I'll pull some more cards. I definitely think it's a one thing. It looks like if your person is in some kind of relationship, especially an established relationship, it looks like this person's walking away from that because we have the Hierophant in reverse. But it could be, especially when we saw that Eight of Swords in reverse card, it could be that there's some kind of traditional beliefs or dogma that your person might be walking away from right now. And that's what's allowing them to have this rebirth process. It could be that, you know, there was some, I'm getting a traditional belief or a traditional way of doing things that your person was holding on to. But it looks like they're releasing that now, and the release of that is allowing them to be their authentic self. Okay. Now we have this ritualistic abuse card that's pretty heavy. Okay. So it looks like your person's having some kind of breakthrough. Never got that word with this card before, but this is what I'm getting. They're getting some kind of breakthrough. They're connecting the dots. They're making the connection between the ritualistic abuse that they suffered and their inability to walk away from a third party. Okay, yeah, you see, this person's been heartbroken for a very long time. Okay, I think this person was trying to numb themselves, you know, party lifestyle, drinking, drugs, whatever, but inside this person was like this. Now people say this is a boredom card, but when we look at the emotional spiral, and you can find it on my community page, just go out like maybe last month or the month before, you'll find it there. When we look at the emotional spiral, from the time that we hit boredom, we have entered into that downward spiral into, my God, into suicide attempts or suicidal ideation. It starts with this, that losing interest in life, you know, nothing really interests me anymore, that boredom. From the time you start to hit boredom, check yourself. Check yourself. Don't wait till it gets any deeper. Check yourself. You go outside, have that walk, make sure you're taking your medication, whatever it is. Check yourself. That's the first sign. So your person's making that connection between whatever depression they're suffering now and whatever happened in the past. And it could be with many other people. It could be like a whole stream of relationships and then tracing it back to their parents or caregivers. And we see this with the Hopeless card. Look at it here. We have Five of Swords in reverse. This person wants to make peace. You see, they're recognizing that you are Ten of Pentacles now. Everything that they can ever wanted, and they're willing to sacrifice their ego, their pride, in order to make peace with you. They're willing to do that. They're willing to put themselves out there. Let's see this healer card. Okay, so we have Judgment in reverse. I think this person is healing, okay? And they're recognizing that in the past, they were so unawakened and their judgment was skewed. Okay, and that's what I was telling you about the rewiring of the brain, okay? Especially when we've suffered abuse. Your brain, the actual physiology of your brain and the connections in your brain, it changes. I mean, this is just a science, okay? It changes, and they're realizing that now. So as they heal, as they heal this wound, they're trying to get themselves back into balance and face the pain and betrayal of the past. They're able to release this ego identity That was just for protection, really, because I think it all started in your person's childhood, and whatever they experienced there, it was too much for their brain to comprehend and their psyche to absorb. So in steps the ego to protect. Okay, but now they don't need that anymore because they're in this space where they have tools now and possibly help that's allowing them to process whatever happened to them. Let's see this telepathic messages card. Okay, so it looks like they have lost you. They feel like they have lost you. Okay, we have the Six of Cups in reverse, and they're trying to establish connection, and they feel like one of the ways they can do that is through your psychic connection. Now it looks like they're in some kind of situation here with some kind of, it could be a karmic energy, because there's a Six of Cups in reverse. So that tells me about past lives, but not the nice kind. Okay, so there's something there. But there's also something here about your person's childhood and the childhood baggage from the past. They may want to tell you about that because it says, I consciously send you telepathic messages. You can ask me anything and I will respond in truth. So there's some truth about their childhood and the baggage from the past that they want to tell you about. It looks like they're still in the healing process, so they don't feel like they can tell you this face to face, but they do want to tell you. They want to get it off their chest by any means necessary. All right, so let's look now at your person's mental space. When they think about you, they think about this connection. Where's their mental energy? What's coming through for them in their conscious mind? Okay, let's see underneath the deck. See, we have the Death card. No, it could be that this person thinks that this relationship has died. But what I'm getting here is the same thing as the first card that we got. And that is your person is having this spiritual awakening. This person is having this rebirth, okay? I think there's a lot of drama that's happening in their life too. A lot of people trying to interfere here. And I think this was prevented your person from standing in their power. But right now, their intuition is on point. And their intuition is leading them to the learning of a lot of hard lessons. This is the Hierophant, okay? The learning of a lot of hard lessons. So, let us go into this. When they think about you, and they think about this connection, Gemini, where is their mind at? Okay, we have the Four of Wands reversed. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. We have the Six of Wands reversed. Same fire, more fire energy. We have the Eight of Wands reversed. My gosh. So all the action cards, you know, it is reversed. So your person kind of blocked. And I think it's because they think this thing is hopeless. And we have the Tower in reverse. Okay. So these are epiphanies. All right. It could be them also trying to prevent a situation from crumbling completely. There is that. But what am I getting here? I'm getting that you guys are not in communication with this Eight of Wands in reverse, okay? You guys are not in communication. But you guys not being in communication is allowing for a lot of things to crumble. The first thing that's crumbling is some sort of relationship. Look, we have this Four of Wands here. It could even be a marriage, okay? Crumble of this relationship. But it's also allowing for the crumbling of some kind of false foundation, because Four of Wands talks about a foundation, okay? But in reverse, it's a false foundation. So there's some kind of false foundation that this person may have built for themselves, but this is crumbling with their ego, okay? This is crumbling with their ego. So this period of non-communication, it had to happen for your person to have these big epiphanies and these big breakthroughs that we're getting here. So let's clarify. Spirit, what's this Four of Wands in reverse? Okay, you see, they had to get, and as I said, let's clarify, right? They had to get this clarity. Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay, they had to get this clarity about this false foundation. Okay, because it looks like it was a big karmic cycle for a person, and they had to allow for this healing. This person's been stuck there for a long time in this false foundation, and they're realizing it wasn't making them happy. Okay, long karmic cycle for a person. Okay, but you guys not talking, you guys not being in communication, allow for the crumbling of the ego, allow for that healing, and now your person standing in their power. Look, we have the Strength card. Let's see the Six of Wands reversed. Right, you see, this person has a lot of insecurities. Okay, they may have had a lot of bravado in the past, and my alarm just went off, but they've had some sort of rude awakening, some kind of wake-up call that's forcing them to face these fears, these insecurities that they've had inside that have made them heavily codependent. Okay, so they're dealing with that now. Now that this ego has broken, they're dealing with this now. Okay, let's see this Eight of Wands. Yeah, the ego has crumbled. Okay, and now they're trying to, they're rediscovering their authentic self, who they were before this abuse. Yeah, it started with this abuse here, who they were before that abuse. These are the breakthroughs that your person's experiencing right now. All right, so we have an Ace of Wands in reverse, and we have a Queen of Wands. Okay, your person feels kind of powerless compared to you. Okay, I think they're realizing that they were very intimidated by you in the past. Okay, they may have also misused their power where you were concerned, especially I'm getting their sexual power. Okay, and now they're ready to take some sort of action here, and the action they want to take is to come forward and express their feelings, because they want to make things right. Look, we have Temperance here. Okay, they want to make things right. Okay, so let's look at what's blocking this connection right now. We have the Five of Pentacles. So what's blocking the connection? Somebody's afraid of being alone. Okay, somebody's afraid of being alone, and this could be a mirrored energy between you guys. Okay, there could also be some kind of financial hardship that your person could be going through right now, and this is something that they feel like they need to fix before they come forward. What's blocking this connection? We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is Virgo energy. This is Earth energy here. Okay, so what's blocking the connection? Somebody's overthinking, and again, it could be a mirrored energy. You know, because Gemini, you know, you can overthink as well. Okay, you and Virgo, ruled by Mercury, and the negative aspect of that is that overthinking, too many thoughts, bombardment of thoughts, so it becomes even intrusive thoughts. Okay, what's blocking this connection? Okay, we have the High Priestess. Okay, so it could be that the fact that you guys aren't speaking to each other could be blocking this connection here, or there's some kind of secret. I'm going to pull a card on this card. Okay, or it could be somebody using their energetic gifts to block this connection as well. What's blocking this connection? We have the Nine of Pentacles. So this connection is being blocked so that you guys can get into this Nine of Pentacles upright energy, which is independent, which is strong, someone who's powerful in their own right. They're okay with being alone. That's the energy of the Nine of Pentacles. So let me pull a card on this High Priestess and see what that's about. walking away. Okay, so what I'm getting here, what's blocking this connection is the fact that you guys aren't talking, but Spirit is letting you know again that this is necessary for both of you guys to walk away from situations that didn't serve you. So 8 of Cups, and we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. This all talks about freeing yourself and freeing yourself specifically from some kind of abandonment wound. Okay? All right, so guys, if this feels like your vibration, join me in the extended. And then we're going to look at what's happening in your person's life. I'm going to go into the Sabila. And we're going to look at their heart space energy for you. We're going to look at what they might be hiding. We're going to get some messages from all the 3D decks that I have. And we're going to get some 5D messages. And then we're going to look at potential actions towards you by the end of the month. And then I'm going to get some advice, okay? So join me in the extended. Thank you so much in the meantime for your likes, shares, subscribes, dislikes. They all make the channel grow. And if you're able to click on any of the ads that may have played during this reading, that's beautiful energy exchange for me. All right, and any reader that you enjoy, quite frankly. All right, guys, take care. Bye.